Hey guys, what's up? It's AblazeMonkee. I'm back for another video. In today's video, we will be doing another Dragon Ball What If. Yes, we will be doing What If Gohan was the legendary Super Saiyan, and this is part 5, and we shall be starting the Android saga, which is actually, in my opinion, going to be one of the most interesting bits of this whole story. If you do enjoy, make sure you drop a like down below and make sure you subscribe. As well as that, make sure you turn post notifications on so you know as soon as I upload, and also make sure you go follow my Instagram. And with all that said, let's get right into this what if. Let's not waste any time. With the day arriving, the Z Fighters prepare themselves to go face the androids like in the original. They go down to South City, and Yamcha of course still finds Dr. Gero. However, he doesn't nearly die. Of course, this leads to Goku eventually fighting Android 19, and he is winning. However, of course, as Goku continues to fight Android 19, he gets the heart virus. Yes, this would not be great for Goku. He would collapse and fall to the ground. He had actually had quite a bit of fun fighting Android 19, but yeah, the heart virus strikes and Goku is now on the ground in great agony. The heart virus, of course, says, Goku, you should have taken it. I'm so sorry, Goku. It was grape flavored, and look what happened. So, of course, this then would lead to Broly going and fighting Android 19. With little to no effort, he would then destroy the Android 19, who was basically nothing compared to him. Gohan was of course worried about his father, but the androids were a very dangerous threat, and Broly continued this fight against Android 19, with it ending with him finishing him off with a light grenade, specially taught to him by Piccolo due to him training with him a lot. The next bit of the story would go as normal, with Dr. Gero, or as you like to call him, Android 20, running away to go and free his androids. Meanwhile, Krillin would decide to take Goku back to the, Takame house to heal him, instead of Yamcha, which I think is really interesting because, Yamcha was the one to take him instead, and Krillin isn't actually going to be fighting the androids, which could imply something is going to happen. So, of course, the Z Fighters would all eventually arrive at the lab searching for Dr. Gero, who had managed to escape. Piccolo and Broly were quite wary, however, that Pan was nowhere to be found. She said she was definitely going to be there when the androids attacked, and she wasn't there. And of course, the Z Fighters would all eventually arrive at the lab searching for Dr. Gero, with Piccolo and Broly, being on their guard. Piccolo would just assume that Pan was late, or that something else was going on, and he was sure that she would arrive. Meanwhile, while all this had been happening, Dr. Gero had in fact entered his lab to free the androids, who were not happy to be let out. Of course, Android 17 would mock Dr. Gero and then kill him, just like he did in the original, with 18 then going up to the pod of Android 16 and freeing him. They were planning to kill Son Goku, who of course was not currently there. They exited the lab to find the Z Fighters, with each android going after a specific person. So let's take a look at who these androids will be fighting. First, we have Android 18, who goes after Broly, who went into Super Saiyan. He fought Android 18, and he showed off how much his training has really paid off. He had trained with Goku and Gohan, but mostly Piccolo. He had also gotten the peaceful, quiet life, and he had enjoyed and had even started taking a liking to animals. Android 18, however, far outclassed him in terms of strength. She was extremely powerful and was seen to be quite the capable fighter. Meanwhile, as Broly was losing, we had 17 go up against Piccolo, and he was destroying Piccolo. Piccolo did not stand a chance. Yamcha and Tien did consider helping Piccolo, but they realized that they were far outmatched for, Android 17. It was then, however, that Piccolo yelled something. Kaioken times 40! A red aura burst around Piccolo, and he began to land some pretty good hits on Android 17, who was quite surprised. As he fought Piccolo, Piccolo was now putting up a pretty good fight. Piccolo had actually mostly trained the Kaioken, getting it up to levels that were as high as possible. Although yes, he had trained his base form, most of his training was this. And finally, the last android to fight someone was 16, who targeted Gohan. Yes, Gero had actually planned for him not to only kill Son Goku, but also Gohan. He wanted everything to be taken away from Goku, even his son. Gohan was in Ikari and fought 16. Gohan was being severely held back by the fact that he could not access Super Saiyan. Yeah, weird I know, but this is something that I think makes a lot of sense. Gohan does not follow the traditional Super Saiyan route, which is what every other Saiyan has. Gohan, of course, has his own version of the Super Saiyan power, and with this, I think it takes a lot more emotional rage to achieve what I call Ikari Super Saiyan, which combines the Ikari form with Super Saiyan, which is the version of Super Saiyan that I believe Broly uses. This, of course, is what allows Broly to be powerful, and Gohan hasn't had any events in his life that I would say have been really, really traumatic to the point of a non-stop rage and no return. So for these reasons, Gohan hadn't actually achieved Super Saiyan, and so he fought 16 and got destroyed. Now Jiro doesn't know about Broly having Super Saiyan or even who Broly is, and Dr. Jiro doesn't know about Kaioken with Piccolo having it either, but what he does know is Gohan and his Ikari form, because Gohan of course used it against Vegeta, meaning that he's prepared for it, knowing how dangerous it can actually be. And with this, 16 is able to easily defeat Gohan, who's confused. Gohan keeps growing in strength, but Android 16 always somehow seems to have a counter. It's extremely strange, and Gohan doesn't understand why he's losing. He starts going into a bit more of a blind range, attacking mindlessly, and 16 decides that, you know what, he's gonna finish Gohan off. He, removes his arms and starts to create those cannon things or whatever they're meant to be, and he prepares to fire at them like Gohan, who is now flying directly towards them. This will surely kill Gohan. Tien doesn't know what to do. Piccolo can't help, and neither can Broly, as they're both distracted with Android 18 and 17. Or actually, can he? Tien flies in and tells Piccolo and Broly to cover their eyes, then followed up with him yelling, "Solar Flare!" The bright light blinds Android 18 and 17, and this gives Piccolo and Broly enough time to shoot towards Gohan, pushing him out of the way, narrowly avoiding the blast which we would then see going off, crashing into multiple cities, finally going out into space. 18 and 17 told 16 to, be careful, who then turned around to face Gohan. All of a sudden, however, something very strange happened. A fist went through Android 16. What? A fist? The fist then pulled out, and Android 16 was, he was leaking out blood. He was confused. Had Gohan done this? Had Piccolo done this? Had Broly done this? Android 16 slowly turned his head, only to then have his head kicked off and then his body obliterated. But who had done it? It is as the smoke from the blast cleared, we then saw it. Who had it been? It was Perfect Cell. Nobody knew who this was, but the Z-Fighters assumed that it was another android. They were then shocked to see Pan. Yes, Cell was holding Pan by her hair, by the head. In his other hand, her face was bloodied, battered, bruised, and she seemed to have an absolutely gut-wrenching snarl on her face. One that could only show pure hatred for the creature next to her. Cell smiled. "Well, I won't be needing you anymore," and he tossed Pan to the side. The androids, who had basically just watched this monster kill 16, screamed. They had a new target. They both rushed Cell and began to attack him. They went for multiple hits, trying to take the beast out, but it was no use. Cell was just too powerful. With simply the burst of his ki, he sent them flying off into a nearby mountain. He smiled. Now that all the distractions have been dealt with, where's Goku? Nobody said a word. Well, that's a shame. I had hoped to meet him. Oh well, it's okay. Anyways, I plan to be holding a game, and I would like you all to participate, especially you, Gohan. Check the news tomorrow. Cell smiled, and then said, "You have a week." He then flew off, leaving everybody speechless. Pan stood up, and in a weak voice she said, That monster, that Cell, the monster who's terrorized my timeline. He she coughed. "If you can heal me and help me out, I'll explain everything about my timeline and what's happened in the future." And I think that's where we'll leave off for now. So what did you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What did you think of the androids and 16 having all the data on Gohan, which nearly resulted in his death? What did you think of somehow Cell appearing? Let me know what you think down below, and make sure you subscribe and leave a like on this video, as well as share it with your friends. If you want more parts of this series, go follow my Instagram, and with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.